This latest GOP debate was essential, especially for candidates who needed to break away from the packed field. One America's Maggie tells us about those who have been a little quiet lately and used this event to make some noise.
While the top-tier candidates Donald Trump, Ben Carson, and Marco Rubio have secured the center stage podium, Wednesday's debate served as a lifeline for others in the crowded field who are at the point where they have to make or break their campaigns. Let's take a look at Carly Fiorina, John Kasich, and Rand Paul. We start with Ohio Governor John Kasich. Kasich has been largely praised by moderates and members of the liberal media for walking a more moderate line, acknowledging climate change, accepting gay marriage, and allowing for more exceptions in abortion cases. However, although a potentially strong candidate in the general election and a 62% approval rating in his home state of Ohio, he struggled to garner support leading into the primaries. He came out swinging as soon as the debate began.
My great concern is that we are on the verge, perhaps, of picking someone who cannot do this job. I've watched to see people say that we should dismantle Medicare and Medicaid and leave our senior citizens out in the cold. I've heard them talk about deporting 10 or 11 people here from this country out of this country, splitting families. I've heard about tax schemes that don't add up, that put our kids in a deeper hole than they are today. We need somebody who can lead.
Kasich has proposed a standard tax plan to reduce income tax rates and cut the number of tax income brackets from 7 to nearly half that. He has also advocated for a reduction of itemized deductions and a cut in the corporate tax rate to keep jobs and businesses in America. Meantime, Fiorina, a political outsider and relative unknown leading into the first debate, separated herself from the pack in the Fox News undercard debate. She then qualified for the main stage event in the CNN debate and demonstrated strength, knowledge of the issues, and clear policy proposals. But since then, Fiorina has focused much of her energy on attacking Planned Parenthood and has sunk to a 6th-place finish in the national polls. However, in Wednesday's debate, which largely focused on trade, entitlement programs, and tax proposals, Fiorina had a chance to utilize her business smarts and regain momentum.
You want to bring the 70,000 pages to 3?
That's right, 3 pages.
Is that using really small type?
No. You know why 3? Because only if it's about 3 pages are you leveling the playing field between the big, the powerful, the wealthy, and the well-connected who can hire the armies of lawyers and accountants and, yes, lobbyists to help them navigate their way through 73,000 pages.
Although she has not yet released a detailed tax plan, she stresses that big government only works for the powerful, wealthy, and well-connected. She claims the Dodd-Frank banking regulations pushed by the Democrats help the big banks while restraining the small ones, and wants to decrease taxes and pull back business regulations. And then there's Rand Paul, the champion of libertarian values. Paul has proposed a flat tax of 14.5%. He wants to balance the federal budget and cut spending everywhere, particularly areas that are better run by state and local governments. Paul acknowledges the importance of Social Security and aims to fix the shortfalls in the current program. He proposes a gradual increase of the retirement age and determining the eligibility for government assistance based on yearly earnings.
People in Washington think they were sent there to be adults and govern and do all of this. Well, you know what I'm worried about? Not keeping the government open. I'm worried about bankrupting the American people. We're borrowing $1 million a minute.
All 3 of the candidates worked hard to jumpstart their campaigns, and only time will tell if they're successful.